conclude the masterpiece known as Devilman Crybaby. Oh, there's Twitch. There is Twitch, as they would say. Okay, so episode 8. Oh my god. Episode 8. Oh boy, that was quite an episode. I must say, episode 7 was quite an episode. Episode 8 was just everywhere. Like, all hell breaking loose. Things were getting real left, right, and centre. Everywhere. It was quite the episode, I must say, but it was actually still very freaking brilliant, I must say. So, I do not have high hopes for episode 9 or 10, the way that this is actually going in the sense of happy endings, because, let's face it, it ain't gonna have a happy ending at all. Why do I even think this show will have a happy ending? Why am I that naive to actually imagine, oh, this actually might have a nice ending? Nah, man. No happy endings for Devilman Crybaby. So, without further delay, let's actually see what happens in the final episodes of Devilman Crybaby, because I believe now Akira has been outed by his best friend, nonetheless. So, time to see what actually happens there. Let's see the aftermath of that whole entire thing. Let's begin this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin this thing now. Oh, my back. My back is killing me lately. Ryo's actually Gendo posed so goddamn hard he turned evil. Because everyone knows you don't Gendo pose. Everyone knows that. Everyone's like, oh, look, a Gendo pose. Like, yeah, you don't do that. I mean, even if you kind of read the manga, you're like, yeah, he's probably a little bit crazy. But he's more crazy in this one, I'd say. The OVA is kind of like, he's crazy, but not too crazy. This one's like, he's effing crazy. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. Now I know what you mean. The whole thing with the Aurora. I think, if that what you mean? I think that happened last episode as well. Was that last episode or the one beforehand? Am I remembering things incorrectly? It's that white Aurora that he got around him. Good old Rio. My brain just stopped for a second. I don't even freaking remember. Yeah, that's the one. No. Yeah, as I was gonna say, I swear it was the whole thing with his Aurora around him, but now I remember what you mean. Yeah, it's that. I say, when you remember Revelations of his best friend, I was like, yeah, he's evil, but now that you mention it, it's that thing as well. The whole thing with the village. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we ended on a bombshell, didn't we, with the gunshot? Yeah, because it all makes sense when you think about it. The whole Bible symbolism now. Because the Bible kind of played a lot into episode 7. I was like, where's this going? It's like, that's where it's going. There's a whole lot in episode 7 alone. Uh-oh. Why is Mickey such a good person? Why is Mickey such a good person? It breaks my heart. I think I've got an idea of what the whole thing with Rio actually is, but I won't say it just in case. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed the whole thing with when you're good in this whole entire show, it does not end well. Oh! It's because he's evil, Akira. It's because he's evil. I mean, to say all hell broke loose is an understatement. Jesus Christ. Why is this show so freaking good? This show's so amazing. I'm not looking forward to the rest of this anime, you do know that. Oh, come on. Why? Why break up that really tender moment? Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Huh. No! No! But why? But why? Hello? Man, this show is cruel to your feelings. Oh no! Why? No! 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 What the hell? What the hell? No! It didn't... It did not just happen! No! Mickey did not just die. I'm not accepting the fact that she... Oh, and there's more! No wonder it doesn't give me the option to skip the exit bit. No wonder. My chest physically hurts. I always will say it to this day, if an anime hits me in my chest, it's done more than making me cry. That's what I always will say to myself. Because it hits you in the heart, you know an anime's done good. It hits you in the deeper section of your soul. But why? But why? She did nothing wrong. She did literally nothing wrong. Oh man. Jesus Christ, my feelings. I know it's Devilman, but still, it's just one of those things you're sitting there going, what did she do wrong though? Oh man. My chest actually physically hurts. I'm not kidding. I'm actually in a lot of pain right now. Even more than I should be right now. When you think about it, it all makes sense. Especially with Berserk. It all makes sense when you think about it. Well, we lost a good person. We actually lost many good people, actually. We lost Miko as well, for God's sake. God, Miko was such a great character. Why did she have to go and die as well? Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. No. No. No, he's not doing this right now, is it? It's just like, it's like, yo, by the way, you saw your favourite character die, well, here you go. Here's some more of this painful feeling. She's just pouring salt into the open wound at this point. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought, oh yeah, by the way, we'll just hurt them even more? And you saw their favourite character die. It's not even half of it, bro. We can go even beyond that. It's not even their final form when it comes to killing your emotions. Oh man. This show wants to play with me, doesn't it? The show just physically wants to sit there and just go, nah, you had feelings, well, not anymore. Not anymore, bro. Screw you with your emotions because we ain't letting you have it. Nah, fam. Oh man. You start the episode on the opening, I think. I do believe. I've watched the credits, so I always wanted to watch the opening. Ah, Jesus Christ. Episode 10 starts in 3, 2, 1. It starts right now. Please don't hit me more fills than you already have. At least Man-Human's pretty cool, but let's face it, can we accept Man-Human after this point? I don't know what it's actually meant to go through. Whoa! I mean, I can see what you mean. I can see what you mean about Ryo's identity. It's one of those things, it doesn't kind of strike you as like, oh my god, that's a big twist. But still, if you're one of those people that kind of, in theory, want to kind of keep the suspensions, like, a bit open, then it's kind of still one of those things that kind of takes you off guard slightly. Considering after having episode 9, but it all makes sense episode 8. But no, I can see what you mean by the fact that it's actually kind of obvious since episode 1. There had to be some kind of twist with him, didn't there? To a point, when you think about it, Ryo's a massive Chekhov gun. Literally, he is a massive Chekhov gun at this point. Pretty much. Jesus Christ, there's a lot to take in for the poor dude. He just saw his family get completely killed. The poor man, let the poor man have 5 minutes. Wow, that isn't, like, completely metaphorical in any sense of the word, is it? That divide. I don't know why, but the more I watch Devilman, the more I kind of want a Soul Reaver 3 now. Why can't we get a Soul Reaver 3? So I want to play Soul Reaver again. I mean, the fault is with him in the end. Look what just freaking happened. Dude. Jesus Christ, Satan. Wow. We finally understood that dude now. It's episode 1, we're like, what's with that dude? Now I understand what's with that dude. There we are. It all came full circle. So I don't know whether or not it was actually their intention to be subtle about it. Maybe it wasn't actually kind of meant to be subtle too much. Jesus Christ. It's an interesting anime when you think about it, because it's like you have Devilman there who's kind of meant to be evil, but in theory, when you think about it, he's actually kind of the best person there. Everyone else is pretty much completely horrible. In some semblance of the way. Who's that? Is that freaking Megumin? Is that Megumin? Is that Megumin? Was that Megumin? Even if Devilman wasn't the best person there either, he's still kind of like, he's like a league more than the rest of them. I thought it was her. I was like, that has to be her, isn't it? It's got to be her. Thank you. Oh, that was driving me nuts. Like, is that Megumin? Is that her? But yeah, it is her. Whoa. So is this basically all hell breaks loose times 3? Because all hell's broken loose times 2 beforehand, then times 1, and it's just times 3 at this point. Uh-oh. I'm damn sure of it, he wants to fight you right now. Wait a minute. That's like the end of Ava a bit. I just realised. The whole thing with the things going into the world itself. It's like the end of Ava a slight bit. Now I want to watch End of Ava again. For like the 17th time. Did I mention how effing amazing the show is? Did I actually mention how effing amazing the show actually really is? Because this show is freaking impeccable. Impeccable. Jesus. Double Jesus. Hello, emotionally devastated right now. Emotionally devastated. What? No! What? What? What just happened? Hello, can someone explain to me what the F just happened? What? 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 Huh? So is this one massive continuous loop then? Technically. That's always what's going to happen in the end. Wow. That was quite the ending. Oh man. Huh. It does just continue afterwards. It all just starts again. I need to go back and watch that again now. Hold up a second, I'm actually now curious. Screw you, 009 versus Devilman. Don't need you now. I need Devilman Crybaby in my life. Oh crap! Oh crap! It all goes full circle! You also had us played since the beginning. That Mandem had us played since the beginning. I just been you arsed. Literally. I can't believe it. That's freaking clever. It all just starts again. I can't actually even believe it. It's actually pretty freaking clever. Woo! That's a lot to take in. That was a lot. Okay. Well, I say it once, I say it again. This show's an effing masterpiece. It is literally freaking clear when you think about it. It's like he did it since he had it planned. The man had it planned. He's right there. It's right there. You got me. You got me, you arser. You got me. Yeah, this show's freaking amazing. This show is an absolute masterpiece. I think, besides Sangatsu, I think it's actually the closest we're ever going to get to a kind of perfect anime when you think about it, because it literally freaking is. It's actually amazing. Man, I like the aspect of how they actually kind of turned Akira into the Devilman, but slowly stripped away everything that he cared about to the point where he had nothing left. It's a horrible outlook he actually had, because when you think about it, he's done nothing wrong in kind of the larger grand scheme of things. He's not in a sense of Ryo's kind of levels of that man dim over there, that in that way, but it's one of those things I actually kind of like the fact that he had this power, but as time went on, slowly and surely, everything he loved basically got turned to dust. So the end that he actually kind of, I guess, died as well. It's kind of a neat thing when you think about it, how it's explored it. Not a neat thing in the sense of how it all panned out, so it's actually freaking depressing. Yeah. I mean, yeah, actually, when you think about it, it actually really is that story in its entirety. I have to go and read it. I have to go and read it after this now. I have to now. I feel compelled to go read Devilman now. I have to now. But I mean, damn. I still can't believe you lost Mickey as well. It was kind of that was the kind of the death that you just like. Why would you do that to me? Because she's a character that's pretty much been the perfect person this whole entire time. She has done nothing wrong as well. She's literally like the greatest person in the universe. To see her go, it's emotionally devastating. I mean, I've had a lot of people did cry. I was like, yeah, I could imagine. I actually literally can't imagine that scene, because it's one of those things, it catches you off guard, because you're like, yeah, the whole entire time it does tell you that bad things happen to good people. Like, it's one of those things Devilman actually kind of patently says it, or the whole entire narrative. Like, yeah, look, we've lost practically all these good people, but the fact is, that one hits you the hardest, because she's been there since day one. The fact of how much she's been characterized this whole entire time, and the fact that she turned everyone kind of together in the end, it makes you kind of just go, why would you do that? Literally, we literally lost everyone. At the end, we actually lost everyone, but we kind of lost Mickey as well. God damn you, Ryo. He is crazy. When those guys told him in the manga he was crazy, he definitely is crazy. Boy, that man is crazy. Ah. But no, this show is pretty top tier, I must say. It really freaking is, because let's face it, I don't think we're gonna get a show like this ever again, and especially in the sense of a adaptation like this for Devilman as well, because it's kind of like one of those things, you fear an adaptation of Devilman because it's one of those things that could go either one or two ways. It could be good, it could be really freaking bad. This one just sort of went, you know what, we'll do our own thing, and just like, it's like, continue, man, continue, just do that. Yeah, it's just, Ryo's an interesting character in his own right, I think, as well. Because he's one of those ones that you've always kind of suspected something with him, because, let's face it, he's always kind of, in a way, and I think the show actually kind of patently says at the end, like, the fact is, he's always been a kind of a missing link, in the sense of how he actually kind of is towards the rest of the actual kind of cast. I mean, the whole Baton scene kind of tells you straight away that he's not always, like, there, in the sense of a character that actually kind of very meshed with the, mesh with society. Literally, he was cool guy bro, crazy literal Satan. He literally was. He phased for the whole entire thing. He's a man of many personalities, I must say. Can we actually add Gendo in there at one point as well? Because he actually did transition to Gendo for a bit and go back into Crazy Man. There was cool, there was bro, there was Gendo, there was crazy, and there's literal Satan. But damn, I thought it was one of those things. The show does actually kind of use visual storytelling to its actual kind of advantage as well, because the whole, as I said, the whole thing with the actual kind of Baton scene, it tells you there and then the kind of relationship that he has towards everyone else. I mean, he has a really interesting relationship with the rest of the cast, because he's kind of like, he's not like everyone else, because literally isn't, but still, you know what I mean. He's not kind of in the way of everyone else, and it kind of shows in the way he actually acts towards different things. It's kind of like, once the whole thing with Satan kind of once the whole thing with Satan kind of comes into full picture, it then puts into perspective more things about his character and the way he acted towards certain things. It kind of makes sense what happened there. Now, Ryo's narration was freaking impeccable at the end and the beginning as well. It's one of those ones that you take away the fact that the VAs did such an impeccable job with this, and the script was like airtight. That's an airtight script, that is. Jesus Christ. It's one of those things that this show will be remembered, I think. This show, I imagine people probably might not be the kind of accustomed to the whole entire thing that's going on in the show, because literally it's one of those ones that it does take you back a bit, a lot of the things that does happen. So I do sympathize with people that probably might go, yeah, this isn't for me. But I think the people that do watch it and remember the show for a long time for the sole reason it's literally just the most perfect show in the universe in its own right. It's one of those shows that just kind of, it shows you the ways that humanity can go to the darkest depths of hell, literally. In essence, you had literal Satan standing there, but the people that were killing all these demons, even when Ryo basically said, look, okay, so the demons, you can find them out if they actually hate humanity. At that point, you just knew that literally the all hell's gonna break loose, and you're gonna see humanity at their worst. And you did. It just kind of shows you, like, look, literal Satan, Devilman, but who's actually even worse? Humans. It's one of those things that it teaches you what would humanity do in a situation, what would happen, how would they react to it, what actually is the kind of measures taken to actually kind of counter this whole entire thing that's going on. It just tells you there and then. Humanity is not a great place sometimes. It really isn't. Like, it just shows you blatantly. Like, they're not amazing people, and it just shows absolutely clearly. And I thought it's one of those things. It was brilliantly explored, because a lot of the time you can actually have this in quite a lot of shows. A lot of shows do technically explore the idea of humanity at its worst, but it always feels kind of forced. It always feels as if, oh, they're evil because they're evil. But this one is because they were plunged into something, they didn't know how to react to it, and they reacted in the worst possible way, and that's basically how it happened. And I thought it was actually kind of a neater way to look at the whole entire aspect, because otherwise you've got literally just evil people doing evil things. But in this show, you don't have that. You have people that are plunged into it but don't know how to react. Yeah, they are the demons already. That's kind of what the show kind of in no terms actually says that pretty much clearly. You're on the ball there, because it does actually show you patently, like, look, they are the demons. Humanity is a demon itself, because when they killed Mickey, you just knew at that point, like, humanity was deprived beforehand. Like, it was at that point just like, yeah, there's no saving these people. These people, that it's beyond anything at this point, because they'll just go out and kill innocent people like that with zero remorse, with the sole reason the fact is they kind of believe you to be the witch. It's freaking horrible when you think about it, because it's not one of the things you expected, because you expect her to kind of survive to the end, because she's actually literally like the greatest person in the universe, but nope, literally not. Boom. It happens, like, damn. It's even harder when you think about it. But I liked how they explored the idea of humanity's deepest, darkest depths. I thought it was one of those ones that I like when they explore these kind of things in anime and manga. I always liked it, and also in films, because I always like how they will go about doing it. Whether or not it actually might be good, it might be kind of terrible how they do it. It's one of those things that always excites me, because I'm just like, what would happen? What would they do in a situation? I mean, Shin Godzilla kind of looked at it as well. The idea of how they would react to this person this massive being coming into their country. How would they react to it? I thought it was actually one of the neater things that was actually done in Shin Godzilla. Here it was done to the point that you just saw the deepest, darkest depths of humanity, to the point that you just could not side with them at all. You couldn't see a survival aspect for them, because they were all completely inhumane to a point. Episode 7 kind of proved it a tiny bit, because you saw it a little bit, but episode 8 kind of made you go, yeah. No, in episode 9 made you go, yeah. Just leave this planet. I'm out of here, because you've already killed Mickey, the cutest person in the universe. Why would you do that? Also, did not like the fact that I actually did that ending as well. I was like, when people said, "Oh, there's more of it," I was like, "Nope, please don't do it," and it just did it. I was like, it's like they just went, "Oh, you know what's terrible? A punch to the stomach. You know what's even worse? A punch to the chest afterwards." He's just like, how would you do that? Why would you do that? It's just horrible. It's effective, but it's a horrible thing to do to a person after they just witness this whole entire thing happen in front of their eyes. But man, it's also one of those things that it's actually kind of a neat thing to look at Akira as a hero himself. Like, look at Akira as a person that actually went to go save people, because he didn't really save many people in its entirety. And towards the end, he kind of inadvertently might have saved a couple of people here and there. But when you think about a larger context, who did he save? He was kind of this person with this massive ass power, but he didn't really he wasn't able to kind of utilize it to that point, and it kind of just proves it to you there and then that heroes can't sometimes do this. He's not technically a hero, nor is he an anti-hero. He's just a human being at that point. He's not manifested as a hero, because a hero would be able to go to Mickey straight away and be like, "Don't worry, I've got this." And then no, it wasn't like that. It shows you the cruel reality of how these things can go for a person like that, and it kind of shows you that, look, he is human. He is a person that actually can't even really go there straight away and actually go and save them, because many other things are going on, and the fact is he's probably powerless compared to this whole entire thing that's going on here. It's just one of those things I actually kind of liked, the idea of how they explored Akira as a hero, because he wasn't a hero in his own being, technically, when you think about it. That's why I kind of liked it. That's kind of a neat thing to explore, because again, they could have gone the route of him being his hero to go and save everyone, but no, they didn't. They went, look, no, don't worry, he's actually not this hero. He's completely human. It kind of takes the whole entire aspect. Takes the whole entire aspect of the idea of him having a human heart and being Devilman to the literal degree, because you see it. Devilman is literally like he's a human. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't going to mention it, but the Red Sea at the end, I was like, Ava. I was like, oh no, did you take that from here? I'm curious now, boy. I'm curious. No, but I thought it was a neat thing to kind of just take away the human aspects, but actually kind of made you realise that he still is human. Like, he is. He hasn't lost what made him human at all. I mean, the only thing that was actually missing that whole entire thing was I don't know what happened at the end of Ava now. I can't remember now. Actually, I do remember. They're all lying on the beach, and it was just Ray's head in the water. I think it's actually the only thing that was actually lacking that whole entire scene to make it the full Ava experience. But no, I mean, I've seen people go, "This ain't a perfect show. This ain't a perfect show. It's far from being perfect." Like, I don't understand where the flaws are coming from, because the flaws, you can't flaw this show, because this show is absolutely impeccable in how it does everything it needs to do, how it sets out to kind of tell its storyline, and it tells you in a very condensed manner as well. It tells you what can be told in about 40 episodes, in like 10 episodes, and it still feels as if it's naturally progressed. Each character kind of feels fleshed out to the point you actually can go, yeah, I left it knowing a lot more about them than I actually entered. I thought it's actually a neat thing how they went about each character, how you slowly just got tidbits here and there of who they were and how they reacted to situations. It was neat. I thought, that's why I'm sitting here going, how could you fault this show in any way, shape or form? It's absolutely incredible, but that's what life's like, as they say. Same thing happens to Sangatsu. And Gintama as well. But yeah, I mean, let's face it. Let's put it straight here and now. You won't get a show like this ever again. I don't think it's gonna be a very hard show to top this whole entire year as well. I think. Let's face it. I mean, unless Steins Gate Zero comes out with the best show ever made, I don't think we're gonna see a better show than this for its whole entire year. It's gonna be a hard one to beat. I want to see it, because at the moment, this and Sangatsu are Anime of the Year. Like, literally are. It's gonna be impossible to beat this one. But we'll see. We'll see what next season holds, because one of those things you have to kind of, you got to go with an open mind and go, yeah, maybe there might be a better show. Maybe Silver Soul arc of Gintama gives us the best ending to a shonen ever, which I think it's already going to do. But you know what I mean. Oh boy, that was quite the experience, I must say. So, hopefully you have enjoyed this whole entire review stream series of Devilman Crybaby. It has been quite the ride, I must say. I was not expecting this whole entire narrative, but I'm glad I actually took this up. I'm actually so glad I watched this. It was impeccably done. So, I do thank you once again for joining me on this whole entire adventure. So, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch, then do leave a follow, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed my whole entire stream on YouTube, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here on YouTube, and you want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. But until whenever you are to make another show like this, which probably might be a long time, let's Netflix just go, mate, here's some money, make some more shows. I'll see you guys later.